Hello, fellow peasants. Tonight I'll be reviewing the new Friday the 13th short film, Sweet Revenge. Alright guys, so I watched Sweet Revenge. It's about 15 minutes and some change. Not quite sure what's going on right now. We got Crystal Lake. We've got Friday the 13th Apple Angry Orchard cans. We've got a Friday the 13th short film right now. It appears that Jason Voorhees is trying to dip his toes back into the water slowly, into, the zeitgeist, the mainstream consciousness. And so I'm here for it. I like Friday the 13th. Not a massive fan, but it seems to be the powers that be that own this IP are trying to make this happen again. They're trying to make Jason a thing again, because Michael has pretty much been running the show for a long time now. Yeah, so anyway, let's get into this. The pros here. I got a little list here just so I don't forget, because there was I want to be specific. I don't want to fuck this up. So, gore effects. The gore effects in here are good. They are very good. I'll tell you what. The scene where the body parts are hanging from the clothing line or whatever, they're all chopped up, bodies cut, torsos cut in half. That looked really good. There was some money and some time put into those for sure. Lighting, very good lighting here. It felt natural. Nothing felt overly studio. Even the night scenes in the woods. Yes, there was the nighttime moon blue that's in every movie, but it didn't feel like you could see damn near everything. It felt natural. It felt like Friday the 13th lighting, in my opinion. Not quite as good as the original film. The original film is very dark. You can barely see shit. I prefer that, but this wasn't bad. It felt right. It felt right. Jason here has a great presence for what bit he's in the film. Good strong presence. I would have to watch it again. I didn't pay much attention to his stature per se, his height, but from what I recall, he did have a menacing presence, and he came across strong. So yeah, and the hockey mask. I don't mind the hockey mask. A lot of people don't like the eyes, but the outfit, the mask, the walk, everything about this guy. Like I said, I have to watch it again to pay attention to the scale of him, how tall he is or whatever. But overall, I think who portrayed him did a good job, and in terms of looks, looks like Jason Voorhees, man. The kills are good in here. Don't have any complaints there. Location felt very, it felt Friday the 13th. It was cabiny, woodsy. It felt like Camp Crystal Lake. It looked like northern U.S., unlike the 2009 remake, where clearly they shot it in Texas. It's down in the south in swampy territory. So I appreciate that this felt like it was up north somewhere. What I'm mixed on, there's a mixed category here. The acting, for the most part, the acting was good. It was good, but it did have that short film amateur vibe to it here and there. And so I'm just kind of mixed on that. Cinematography wise, for the most part, it was good. I think they leaned a bit too heavy into the focus, you know what I mean? Depth of field or whatever. People were super in focus, but then the background was a complete smear. And I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like my movies looking like 60 minutes interviews. You know what I mean? Like I like a little bit of definition in my, yeah, like it's okay. Like films from since the dawn of time have done this, right? Not the dawn of time, but since Hollywood, like where person's in focus, background's slightly blurred, you know, always been that way. But like there's a trend right now where it just looks like someone rubbed Vaseline all over the lens around the actor. It just looks like crap. And I get it. It's 2025. That's the style. They want it to look modern. They want to bring Friday the 13th to the new generation, and they want it to look like it's for the new generation. But let's ease up on that a bit, okay? The cons, the negatives here, the pacing, moves to action too quick, would like a slow burn. Yeah, see, for short films, guys. For short films, so I'm somebody like, I make short films myself. And when I do a short film, there's like two ways I kind of approach it. It's like, okay, am I going to do this short film as a one-off situation, a very small, tight-knit situation? Or am I going to make basically what is a full-length film condensed into 15, 16 minutes? Where basically it's just an extended trailer of what could be a full feature-length film. It covers all the bases. There's character arcs. There's, you know, there's all this and that, but it's all done on a very small scale. This feels like it was neither. Like it tried to do both. It tried to do we're going to give you everything you would get in a feature film in 15 minutes, but it also tried to be just a very overnight 1 to 2 hour situation. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know. I just think it moved too quick. It jumped into the Jason stuff too quick. I would have preferred a slow burn for this. Like, introduce us to the characters, get us to like the characters, and maybe not have Jason show up to like the last 3 or 4 minutes of the movie. You know what I mean? Just slowly ratchet it up. Maybe people hear things. Well, you know, like spend like the first 5 minutes with the introduction and the lore. Then spend the next 5 minutes maybe people hearing things and whatnot. And then maybe the last 4 to 5 minutes is Jason just tearing motherfuckers apart. Like, break it down that way. Like, this jumps straight into the action within like the first 3 to 4 minutes, I think. No setup with characters. That's pretty much what I just said. Like, just there's no real character development. You don't really care about these people. You don't get to know them really at all. It just happens so quick that you're just like, I don't know. I don't care. You don't even get to really, I mean, they get to the house and then they decide to go play in the water. And the next thing you know, she gets back out of the water and everyone's dead. I don't know. It just happened too quick. Eve kills that girl. Yeah, so like Eve in the film, her fiance is like cheating on her. She like gets back to the house and she sees her fiance sucking face with this chick. And then later, like maybe like a few minutes later, she kills that chick. She stabs her with a machete or whatever, or knife. And it's just like really? For real? Like, it's just... It just seems like, I don't know, it just seemed very hardcore for that girl's character. Where was Eve all the time in the water? So Eve, like, is out on the boat, doing her thing, hanging out, and then she gets dragged into the water, I think by Jason, and it's like, maybe, I don't know, early evening, maybe a few hours away from being nighttime, and it cuts to like it's nighttime, and she pops back out of the water. I mean, probably like hours later, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? And how did she survive the machete wound? She gets a machete like shoved right in her chest, and she survives it. So like when Jason took her under the water, okay, like somebody mentioned online, like on Reddit, like did she become like a zombie like Jason? Is there something in the water that made her a zombie or something? I don't know, guys. Like, I think that they really screwed up with what I mentioned for the cons. Like the pacing, it moves too quick. The setup, there's just the lack of setup with the characters. A lot of not explaining what happened to Eve, why she can do what she can do, why it took so long for her to come out of the water, what happened to her under the water. Maybe all this will be explained in a Sweet Revenge Part 2 or something, or maybe I'm completely ignorant of something that I don't know. Maybe like Friday the 13th fans know stuff that I'm completely missing out on. But I think if they were trying to use this to bring Jason back into the mainstream and like get a lot of attention for this, I don't think they succeeded, honestly. I would have much preferred something where the friends come to the cabin and, like I said, you spend the first 4 to 5 minutes of somebody explaining the Friday the 13th lore, introducing the characters. The next 4 to 5 minutes are them hearing things, being creeped out, maybe playing board games, hanging out by the fireplace, maybe having a campfire. I don't know. And then the last 5 minutes being just the complete carnage, the chase scenes, and all of that with Jason. I just think they could have been broken down much better and maybe been more of a slow burn, in my opinion. I don't think they utilize, like, writing a short film is very hard because you have limited time to deal with a lot of things, and I just don't think that they nailed this. Is it the worst thing I've ever seen? No. It looks competently shot. The acting is for the most part good. Jason looks cool. It's just a lot of crap that's unexplained, and I feel the pacing was not good. So, but that's it, guys. All in all, meh. So let me know in the comments below what you think about Sweet Revenge. I'll probably give it another watch maybe here soon, maybe in the next couple days, and maybe pick up on some things that I missed. I did notice the Angry Orchard plug. That was interesting. Here on my channel, I've been, if you haven't been paying attention or you're new to the channel, I've been reviewing the Angry Orchard thriller pack that has Jason on one of the cans, the blood orange can, and stuff like that. So check those out. But yeah, I found that interesting, that the Angry Orchard plug in there. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I understand. Like I said, some people are like, Friday the 13th going corporate. Friday the 13th has been corporate for 45 years. It's been a money-making machine for nearly 50 years now. Like, don't act like Friday the 13th is some like grungy underground, nobody knows about it, only the hippest kids know what it is franchise. Nope. It's a moneymaker, just like Halloween, just like Scream, just like I know no, not what I did last summer, but A Nightmare on Elm Street, Terrifier. All of these franchises are moneymakers. They're corporate moneymakers. Okay. So I thought it was fine. I like the Angry Orchard plug in there. So, but that's it, guys. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye-bye.